walk over and just like lick him and see how it tastes.
Thanks. I'm gonna let it happen.
I'm just gonna go over, like grab you by the arm, just.
As this happens, I'm literally, as you like lick my bicep, I'm gonna be like, I knew this day was gonna come.
Hey everybody, welcome to Wither and Bloom Studios. We are set to play our 23rd session tonight, which we're excited for. Love to see you guys tonight. Thanks for watching. All right, are you guys ready to play some D&D?
Yeah.
All right.
That probably just blew up your
We're all
ears.
not supposed to yell at the mics.
Yeah, well,
We can do it once in the beginning.
You're breaking the fourth wall. You're breaking the fourth wall.
Expose our secrets.
You're not
Go
supposed to
Deadpool.
Yeah, Deadpool. All right, let's do a little recap really quickly. So in our last session, the party was in Shade Glen. They had entered Shade Glen and they had gone to Skinny Granny's for a quick drink. When all of a sudden, a green dragonborn by the name of Thyla enters the room, and they quickly make their acquaintance. Now, Thyla agrees to be a guide for the party on their way to Corey, which we already know the party's going to anyway. They are simultaneously working on a couple of quest arcs. Number one, Finchstone had sent them on a quest down to Corey or down to the Sylvanvale Forest to potentially gather some intel. Remy was already thinking about going to the Sylvanvale Forest to meet the True Children, and then Dickie the Whippet had also sold them an item that they are to resell to someone in Corey, hopefully for a profit.
I don't mind.
That's gold. Now, on their way out of Shade Glen, which they did leave rather quickly, they decided to make camp on the side of the road and take care of a few of the bodies that were in Branmorn's ring, bloated and rotting.
oh, that was horrific.
And they took turns digging the hole. Tryfon, while digging the hole, found in the ground a leather pouch that contained a golden mask, which no one else really knew about. Wanting to sort of be the jokester, he puts the mask on for a moment, turns and looks at the party, and then takes it off, at which point he failed a saving throw.
Wisdom.
And
In game and in real life.
not exactly his strong suit. But by the end of the episode, we noticed that Tryfon was starting to experience some symptoms. One, his nose was running, and two, his entire body seemed to be slightly goldish in color.
You're an idiot.
Yep, you can say that again.
It could be a good thing, guys.
You're an idiot.
The bodies did get buried, and that's where we left off the evening. Now, there were a few other encounters. Go back and watch episode 22. We encourage you to do that. And if this is your first time coming to our show, it's really important that you know that as you travel back in time on our channel, there are no episodes 1 through 4. So you want to look for the video that is titled Start Here. That is a recap of episodes 1 through 4. And then you can jump right into 5. So, are we ready to start?
Hell yeah.
That's true.
Wait. Ah, yes, the trickle. Jump. Till we get him past that prostate, huh?
There were some dribbles.
I'm fucking over 50. Leave me alone.
I know it's...
You're what, over
He's
50?
fucking over 50?
I'm fucking over 50.
I mean, thank God.
I'm making a house
in the
rule.
over 50 community.
I'm making a house rule. I know this is going to be really hard for some of you, but nobody talks during the trickle.
Yeah, no, that's
All right.
already a rule.
Respect the trickle.
The
It's
trickle,
already a rule.
the trickle is silent.
The
All right.
trickle is
If
silent.
Todd
What
don't
time
talk
is it?
during the trickle, nobody talks during the trickle.
Yeah, yeah.
I jive with it. I jive with it.
What time of day is it?
It's my time, isn't it?
It is
Yeah.
nighttime.
Yeah.
You guys had not yet taken a full long rest, but you were making camp. So I'll leave it to you with what you want to do.
Well, what's going on? You said I was turning gold.
Well, when we broke, there were 2 members of the party that had walked away from the digging. You were dealing with...
Excuse me a moment.
Refresh my memory.
So me, Remy, and Thyla were chilling at the fire.
Correct.
And
Yeah.
the 2 of these dingbats came back.
We went to wash ourselves down
Because they were covered in
Because you
yucky.
were covered in stink.
I
Covered in-
puked.
Yeah.
I did throw up quite all over my beard,
Yeah.
and it was very foul.
Yes, for sure.
As was my multicolored friend. We were foul.
Fucking foul.
So as
Fouled.
Bran and Thrud return, they notice in the firelight this sort of metallic sheen that's sort of emanating off of you, like a golden color. But that's all they see. You haven't even really seen this.
Guys, my allergies.
That's-
Friends, I think that might be a little more than just allergies. I think you're turning to gold.
What are you talking about?
You do look a bit reflective.
Where's that mask?
Do I notice?
If you look down and you inspect yourself, you do notice.
Does it look cool?
Inspect
Wait, can you
yourself
change
before
colors
you
now
breakfast.
too?
Do I look like good?
It's like just a slight shimmer, almost
I'm gonna-
translucent.
I'm gonna walk over and just like lick him and
What?
see how it tastes.
Thanks. I'm gonna let it happen.
I'm just gonna go over, like grab you by the arm, just
As this happens, I'm literally, as you like lick my bicep, I'm gonna be like, I knew this day was gonna come.
and I'm like as I'm doing it, I'm gonna look up and make eye contact.
I'm
Yes.
just staring at this interaction happening, and I'm just like,
So what does it taste like? Let's
for
Like fucking sex appeal.
So I'm not sure how much Minotaur you've tasted in your day.
sweaty.
it tastes like metallic.
But the metallic aspect doesn't really have a taste that you can discern.
Gotcha.
Well,
So I licked him for nothing.
make a perception check for me.
All right.
Oh,
All right.
They're gonna trip. They're gonna trip balls.
Oh, that's a 15.
A 15?
Yeah.
It might have the slightest hint of that metallic taste, like when you put your tongue against a steel blade,
Which
begging
I often
someone.
do.
Yes. It might
The knife like.
taste the slightest bit like.
Can I make a Tryfon check to see if I feel different?
What is a Tryfon check?
It's whatever you want it to be.
I would say that at this point, you have certainly noticed that you have this excess of mucus.
No.
yucky.
Beyond that, you feel fine.
Guys, beyond, I feel fine. I'm just getting my nose is
You
running
like
a little
kind
bit.
of
You know what I
taste
mean?
like gold.
So, when he
Honey, and you taste golden.
he looks like he's. Does it look like he's like turning to gold, like a Midas touch kind of a shit, or is he just like leaking?
Leaking.
I sweat gold.
Can I make? Is there any form of check that I can make to like discern whether or not this is like gonna have a profound effect on his body?
A medicine check, perhaps?
A medicine check would be one option. Are you proficient in medicine? Or
I am not. I am proficient in Arcana. Can
Are
I check
you
if it's, like a magical thing?
I would allow you to do either Arcana or are you proficient in nature?
What the clerical hit him.
Fun fact: I am not proficient in nature.
Odd,
Interesting.
but okay. Go ahead and do the Arcana check
I'll do the
for me.
Arcana check.
Can I do a medicine check?
Yes, you can do a medicine check.
I'm very proficient.
Guys, I got a chode.
Ooh.
That's not the thing that I wanted to see.
Oh, I thought that was a good roll.
Yeah.
I thought it was, but it turned out I don't know if you can.
No, you're not gonna see that.
Botched.
Fuck.
Yeah, I only got a 5.
Oh my
Can I
god.
do an
It's the
Arcana
cat butt.
check?
The cat.
It was a
Are
one.
Are you proficient in Arcana?
Yes, I am.
Go ahead.
So that was a 6.
As everyone's inspecting my
That is
body,
a
I
dirty
welcome
20.
this energy.
Oh, let's fucking go.
All right, so I got a dirty 20 from Cersei. What did you say,
As
Tryfon?
everyone's inspecting my body, I'm doing nothing but welcoming this energy. I feel validated in my sexiness.
Excellent.
Sting.
Excellent. Dirty 20 on an Arcana check, you said? So, I'm trying to decide how to handle this. You've heard of something like this before. Have you shown anybody the mask?
Yeah, I did the peekaboo.
Yeah, we all saw it.
So you saw the mask. The mask has a ferocious look to it. It looks like the mask was genuinely meant to intimidate. However, the mask is a golden color, so it, at first glance, even though it does have kind of a fierce look to it, its golden color almost appears opulent or as if it is to sort of be more of an object of being shown off. So you're curious about that for a second, right?
Yeah.
The 20 on your Arcana check, you've heard of a curse called the Slow Selena Curse before. And slow Silenus. Slow Silenus.
How would one spell
Curse.
that?
Silenus.
Gotcha.
Is that me?
The Slow Silenus curse
Yeah.
is a curse that turns the afflicted individual to gold.
Wow.
Sick. That's
Wait,
dope.
like solid?
Like I'm gonna
Like
die.
you're gonna become a statue?
Now, there are several versions of this curse. The curse in its purest form turns things to gold instantaneously, a la Midas touch, as you had mentioned, Thyla. But the Slow Silenus curse, this seems to be more in line with, because Tryfon is still standing and only shimmering like gold. The sort of one of the things that happens in the body when you're afflicted with this curse is the infiltration of the metals as they begin to form cause a whatchamacallit, an immune response,
Gotcha.
which is one of the reasons why his starting to let it, his nose is beginning to run. His body realizes something's wrong.
Interesting. Very
Do
interesting.
you
How
relay
is it-
this information?
Is it transmitted? Do I know if it's transmitted?
STD.
And do I know if there's any sort of
Well, the Dirty 20 is a very nice roll. I'm not sure you're an expert on the subject,
Yeah.
but you are able to identify what you think it
Gotcha.
is.
I'm just sort of just like I finish my laps around you, and I'm just
Yeah.
like,
How am I looking?
so you can stop flexing because this is not great.
What
Oh.
Let's
are you
like
talking about?
go over that way.
Yeah, let's take a step.
Yeah. So we're gonna step to the side,
I wanna like eavesdrop.
and
Can I
I'm
also
actually. Do I see her like peeking around?
We can walk far.
Yeah, let's just walk far, and I'm just gonna make sure that nobody's following.
Yeah, we'll walk into the woods.
Just gonna like flick you in the forehead. You know, so we'll walk to the side.
Tryfon's considering the fact that they're gonna try to have sex with me. That's
Did they
what.
light a fire?
Yeah.
Do
There
you
was
want-
a
Yeah, there was a
There is
fire
fire.
going.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
So
a
it's
fire.
There's fire.
Yeah.
There's a fucking
Um,
forest now.
Smokey the
Yeah,
Bear would be
I'm gonna I'm gonna go hang out by the fire.
Okay.
Yeah,
And,
we're still wet.
Yeah, we're still a little wet and to dry off, but I'm going to start the ritual to make a new ring.
Excellent.
Yeah.
It takes an hour, little, whatever.
Yeah.
Reaching out to the.
What are you?
What are the material components for that ritual?
Me? I think just sitting by the fire.
Let me double check. I don't.
You made sure you had them before you destroyed the ring, right?
I didn't destroy the ring, but I'm.
Wait, you're going to remake the ring, and we could have destroyed the old one with the bodies in it?
No,
That's
no,
what
they
I
come
said,
out.
remember?
They
Oh,
come
they
out.
would
They
come
come
out,
out.
right.
But I
It
said
was
we
just a
should have just.
mistake that I was down in the pit, and we should have just put the
Yeah.
ring in there and just
Yes.
broke it
Gotcha.
because it breaks pretty easily.
Okay.
Okay. It just says it's a ceremony I have to perform for an hour.
Fantastic.
Interesting.
I pretty much asked my patron for a replacement. So,
Zephyros hears you.
Zephyros, please. I need a new
A new
sanctuary.
car.
The old one
We
smells.
have
A G-Wagon.
made a mess.
Gotcha. All right, so the two of you walk
I
off.
would also
Yeah.
like
Oh,
to
sorry.
Use my channel the divinity of Artisan's Blessing,
Mhm.
which is another 1 hour ritual. I can craft a non-magical item that must include some metal. I would like to make a little metal box for your ring.
Very nice.
Oh,
That's so
I love
It's
it.
very nice of you.
While they're doing that and preoccupied, I want to turn to you and just be like, "Can we go on a small walk?"
But of course.
Okay, cool. We're gonna walk in a different direction.
The party is split 3 ways.
Fuck.
We're by the fire.
We're by the fire.
Yeah,
Freeway?
feel pretty safe right now.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad. My bad.
Go for it. All right, so we have Cersei and Tryfon walking off towards the woods.
Yes.
Such a
I've got
move.
Remy and Thyla walking off in another direction.
Not
And I-
far.
Yeah,
Just-
not far. And I've got the 2 of you sitting by the fire performing rituals of various sorts. Thrud. I'm not Thrud, sorry, Tryfon.
Yeah. Same thing, really.
Cersei, what are we talking about?
Right.
What's
So
up?
I'm sort of just like holding on to you by like the back of your elbow.
Understandable.
And I'm sort of just like inspecting your fur. I'm like, so I think I've read about this before.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's not good, but it's not as bad as it could have been. I'm gonna tell you right now. So I think this is the Selenis curse.
Means nothing to me.
Probably from that stupid ass gold mask you found and decided to put on because those are bright things that everybody does.
I was. I didn't.
Okay,
I
shut
barely
up,
put it
because
on. I
there are
just
2
was like,
versions
hey,
of the curse that
you
I've
know?
heard of, right?
Okay.
There's the instant one,
Mhm.
where you would have been turned into a gold statue instantly.
That's the good news. I'm
Right?
still around.
Oh, but there's the slow one. And those allergies, it's because your body doesn't like it. You're turning into gold.
Oh,
So, we gotta figure that
Fuck.
shit out. So, I don't
it's not
care.
good.
I figured I'd
Cersei.
tell you alone, but
It's, like,
I'm gonna
not
tell the
good.
rest of the party.
Doesn't feel good.
So,
Doesn't feel good. How do I cure it?
no fucking idea.
Sick. That's
So-
You're gonna drop this on me right now?
Yep.
I don't know how to handle it. I don't think I have the emotional capabilities to handle my almost statue future. You know, I might become. You know.
Okay. Alright, I see. But
I wanna.
we're catching it early. I don't know how fast it's gonna go, but we could probably speak to someone.
Sure. How about it? What if I? A question.
Go ahead.
What happens if I wake up in the morning and I'm selling gold?
Whoops.
Tight. That's cool.
You'll be worth a fortune.
Yeah. Well, you sell
Yeah.
me. Sell me.
You'd fetch
We
a
need
pretty
that guy.
penny. Which guy?
We need that guy.
Oh,
that's
the face
covered
in
in
the-
mud.
Mud
And
one.
we need the mud man.
Him. Mud man or someone else.
Anyone else? Dude, I'm kind of stressing the fuck out right now.
Figured.
Should I break the mask? Maybe that'll do it.
Maybe like
Toss
as
the
a-
mask in the fire.
Maybe as like a last resort. That seems like terrible things could come. of that.
Or I
Like, we
could put
should-
it on again.
No, we should definitely just hold on to it, please. Please. Oh my god.
Speed it up a little bit.
Oh my fucking god.
No, I'm just.
No, just.
Are there any
let's
good
just,
things that come with this curse?
Let's just hold on. Money.
I what? Oh, you guys here from the woods is what?
Cersei has
Huh?
priorities set.
Yeah. But you are worth. You're priceless.
I'm worth more
You're
alive.
priceless. You're priceless. There's
Thanks.
no price on your life.
Thanks. I don't trust you. I feel like if I turn the gold, you would sell
Definitely
me.
a monetary burden to life, but
All right. Hurtful.
Yeah.
These are hurtful
I'm
things. Those
sorry. I'm sorry. I can't believe you do something so fucking stupid. I'm telling you right now, I'm sorry. I know this feels terrible, but that was so stupid. We do not put on mysterious, scary-looking masks.
I'd never run into one before. I
Then-
just thought it was a mask that you bury with a guy that you kind of like whack.
Okay,
You
this
know what
is
I mean?
just gonna-
A guy gets whacked, you bury him with his shit.
This is gonna
you
come
know
up
what
a
I mean?
lot.
Huh?
Don't do stupid shit that you know nothing about.
I know about whacking people.
Okay, whacking people is useful. Putting on strange masks in a world where things could be cursed, that's fucking stupid.
Here's the thing. I gotta fix
No,
this now.
no.
I'm not gonna sleep.
Yes.
I'm gonna be too stressed to sleep. So I gotta find the guy
Yeah.
now.
And then he'll fix you up and you'll be good as gold.
Oh my god! That's so funny.
Hey,
Yeah. We should walk back.
should we tell everybody?
Probably. Like, hi, we're gonna disappear, and then what do they think we're gonna be doing? You know, probably something weird and perverted. Like,
I
who
thought
would
you
think
were
that?
gonna make an advance on me. You were kind of feeling me up. If I'm being honest, I felt like that was coming next.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
it's off the table.
Nope.
What if I'm not gold? Fair enough.
Yeah.
You're not my type.
No.
So let's pop over to Remy and Thyla.
Fade to black.
So,
I just have a question.
fire away.
Do you happen to know anybody by the name of Verbena?
Off the top of my head,
Young girl, brown hair, kind of mousy looking.
I don't believe I do, no.
Can I insight check?
Yeah.
that?
Yep.
It's 19.
Damn.
It sounds like Thyla's telling you the truth. I mean, although Thyla has a habit of sounding like they're not often telling the truth. So,
Yeah, I know. Okay. Okay. What can you tell me about the Sylvanvale Forest? I don't know much about it. And you said that you've been there quite a few times.
Well, I've spent a considerable amount of time there. Well, as a whole, the forest is deep, it's bright, it's got a nice and friendly aura about it. Sometimes welcoming, sometimes not. It really depends on how your relationships with the folk there are. Its denizens, as it were, are a mixed bag. But, for the most part, good if you're on their good side.
Why would somebody maybe not be on their good side?
Conflicts of allegiances, perhaps, or let's see, a personal offense, things painted in a negative light that would impact anyone's relationship with just about anyone.
This is so vague.
well, you know, like,
The
what,
Riddler.
can I jump in for
Yeah.
a real quick
Yeah.
second? And this applies to everybody in this group. The conflict between Afari and Emberfell is something that everybody understands to some degree or another. Nobody is completely aloof
Yeah.
to the various ways in which those two political systems, except
You
for
would.
maybe Bran.
Bran would be.
Right, Bran would be, absolutely. But anyone who is a citizen of either of those two continents gets it and usually takes a stance on one side of that fence or another.
Okay.
Now, of course, there are probably people that would sit between those 2 points, but you would have an opinion on this,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So if you're listening to Thyla talk about this stuff, it's probably either resonating as it rings true, or it's resonating as this is irritating me because I am on the other side of this fence, or somewhere in between there. But
Okay.
yeah, all right, I'll stop.
Okay. I saw what you did with the guards earlier with, when the True Children business.
Oh, yeah.
I bought this book, and I'm gonna pull out the book that I bought from my bag.
Oh.
I didn't really know anything about them until I got the book.
Oh.
Have you seen this book? What is the name of my book? Stand by.
The book is a book about it's the history
It's
of the
all
true
about,
children.
Yeah, I was trying to pull up the name, but
True Children for Dummies.
Well, the thing is that most books about factions are usually not written by someone in the faction. So, there are certain things that are common knowledge that ring true, and then certain things that are not in common knowledge that are often fabricated. So, there's a chance that a good amount of that book is a little bit of bullshit. But sometimes the widely known pieces of information are good and crisp. That being said, the true children, as a bunch, are reclusive, in a sense, but just involved enough, if that makes sense.
Okay. What were you gonna say? I thought you were gonna say something. We've walked a little far from the fire. I feel like we should start to turn back.
Sure, but before we do, I mean, since you asked so many questions of me, I believe it's only fair that I ask one of you, is it not?
No, go ahead.
I couldn't help but notice that tattoo on your arm there. What's that all about?
My tattoo is covered.
How?
I completely remember before we went into the bar, I completely covered it up with the cloth of my dress.
Yeah, we all did.
My bad. They did, and I forgot
Then
about
I
that.
write down that question.
I panicked. I'm like, what do you mean you know the tattoo on my
You
arm?
would notice the wrapped arms. Might not be as interesting to you to ask the question, but
The wrapped left arm is a little bond or symbol of your little traveling party? I'm curious.
No, I mean, I spent a lot of time once I discovered that I could wild shape, I kind of spent, my downtime trying to figure that out, and I had a couple instances where I thought I could do things that I couldn't. So.
Well, as a practice, entering a wild shape is... what's the right word to describe it? Kind of exhilarating, in a sense.
Challenging.
Oh, very, very. You find you can do all sorts of things with it. It's quite an explorative process.
I was a bear before. First time I've done that.
I did notice that. That was very impressive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Any other questions, maybe? Perhaps?
None that come to mind right now, but I trust that I'll be able to ask if curious. And the same goes to you. I'm an open book.
I usually say the same.
Wonderful.
We're gonna head back to the fire.
all right, back to the fire you go. The two of you are still working on your rituals.
Third, what are you making over there?
I'm making a box ring that will house your ring.
Really?
Yes, it's like an extra piece of armor around your ring. Maybe so that while you're in there, if one of us puts it into that,
I like that.
or it's a good place for you to put it safekeeping. Maybe, I don't know. How you like?
I like that.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I like something made by you.
you're cool.
Thanks.
Now,
Do you
Cass,
do any type of engraving on your pieces? I've never asked.
There's
never
quite a
seen.
bit of filigree in that. Yes.
Do you sign it like it's like a T?
There is a symbol that is on the center of the tattoo that I have on my back. That works sort of as a compass to find wayward travelers their way home. And since they are of a different world, I thought that might be somehow meanlight for them. So that is at the top
cute.
of the lid for where the ring would fit into
Aw.
it. Yes.
That's cute.
Oh, man. I'm liking this.
can I come back to the fire?
Yes.
We're
Hey,
all
guys.
making our way back.
You do.
I got a problem. Again.
Are we back yet?
I did notice you have a bit of a shimmer
Yeah.
to you.
Ew.
Oh, what's going on?
I'm
Ugh,
Lots
Please
yucky.
don't do that again.
it's coming out of me.
Just
Guys,
not rocket it.
Ewy. Ew.
guys, I'm stressing out. I'm stressing out. Apparently, I'm gonna eventually turn to gold, solid gold.
Oh, shit.
I'm cursed.
Yep.
Well, that is quite unfortunate. Do you think
But
It's
he's
from the
got the slow
mask.
version,
It's
not
from
the
the mask.
instantaneous
Yeah, thank
version.
God I got the
Well,
slow
that's
version. I have a
good.
slow death. I can anticipate
Do we
it
know
forever.
how long
Yeah.
this will take?
No idea.
Nope.
maybe it had something
So
to
it
do with
could
that
be-
gold mask?
Yep.
Can someone look at it?
Could getting it
No,
off.
we should not touch it.
Could getting it off your person do anything?
I'll
Perhaps
give it.
there's-
I will give it to you if you
Well,
want to
I'm
look
not putting my claws on that thing.
at it. Fair enough.
Just like
There
throw it
are
out.
golden
uh,
dragonborn, but
You
that's
Druid
not
can
me.
take her tongs, her battle tongs, and pick up the mask with little risk of perhaps touching it and getting imbibed with the golden.
Please don't put that on your
Yes.
face.
Please
Don't do
check it
Do I
out.
look like a total idiot?
No,
No
but,
offense, but
but I
Some
just want to
taken.
make sure I'm looking
Some
out for
taken, guys.
Some taken.
you. I don't take you as an idiot. Like,
you still.
I
owe me
was
some
doing a
gold
bit.
because
I was
it's
doing a
done thing.
bit.
well, the bit was
Break
dumb.
a couple of fingers off.
The bit was dumb.
That was good. I like that.
Can you expect it for me? Because I can't sleep until I know that I'm not gonna wake up cold.
Can I do another medicine check on them?
Did you do one already?
I did. It was horrible.
Can we do a fucking Arcana check?
I'll let you do another one, but the DC is going to be higher.
All right.
Could I aid
Yes.
my...
Oh
Are you
yeah.
proficient in medicine?
Is that the opposite of what you just
That is the opposite of what I rolled before. That would be a nat 20 plus the 5 on the medicine, so 25.
Oh,
What the fuck is wrong with furry bully boy?
Help me.
Let's go, clerics.
Please help me.
All right.
Furry bully boy.
The basic overview that Cersei gave you about this being the slow Selenus curse is accurate. Since you did roll a natural 20, I'll give you some information that you know about this curse, which you've seen before. So, one, the typical time it takes for someone with this curse to turn to gold is 7 days.
Hijo de puta.
The problem, though, is it's progressive. So across the 7 days, things get progressively worse. Now, there are ways to alleviate this curse that you've heard of in the past. One is there's an herb called Pactolus, which typically grows along riverbanks.
Spell that.
Pactolus, Pactolus. You can make a tea with a generous quantity of that herb, and that will begin to reverse the curse. You need to do that daily for a week for the curse to be completely alleviated. The second thing is find a cleric or somebody who knows the spell Remove Curse, and that could also alleviate the curse. Usually days 1 through 3 are mostly decorative,
Tight.
but as you get to day 4, the metal really begins to get into your bloodstream and your muscle tissue, and things begin to stiffen considerably. So by day 4, you will have disadvantage on all physically related checks, strength, dex, con.
The only things I do.
I know.
When can we profit off of this?
That's fucked up.
I'm getting there. Day 5,
Thanks, guys.
on day 5 you have restricted movement, so your speed will be halved, along with all of the things you previously had, meaning, all your checks will be at disadvantage.
Paperweight.
On day 6, you are incapacitated and unable to move. So unfortunately at that point, now you still could take the tea, you still are conscious, you can still communicate. However, on day 7, you will die as you turn to solid gold, and that is irreversible. Also, given the fact that you are an almost 8-foot tall minotaur, my guess is, yes, you're going to be incredibly valuable, but you are going to be impossible to move.
I
So
am
we'd
a
have to break 'em
Forge
up.
Master.
We can break it
We'd have to
apart.
break them
I'll
up.
work that out.
We can
Don't
break
I'll
it
get a
worry.
apart.
We have
leg.
feet.
I'll get the
involved.
torso.
Can
I'm
someone
going
block-
to cure
can
you in
someone block
some way,
Tryfon's
shape, or
ears?
form. But if I'm not going to do it, at least your debt to me will be paid in full.
It's true.
And some.
And
Todd.
then some. Yes.
Now,
Gold
can
is
we?
a great conductor, I'm sure you know. That means he should have heart problems once it gets into his blood.
Ooh, that is true.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so.
Don't
That is
cast
true.
interesting.
So-
Cast
Brain.
around him.
I'm gonna
Like
guess,
7
you know,
days, please.
I'm gonna guess that number one, since
Yes.
this is a homebrew curse with a homebrew solution, and given Cersei's very astute, sort of recognition that gold is a great conductor of electricity, I will also say that you are vulnerable to any lightning damage.
I can't wait to see the lightning enemy we run into tonight.
Do you think I would do that to you?
That's hilarious.
Now, can we get to
called
the
it
good
here,
part?
look it up.
What's the benefit?
What's the benefit?
Yeah.
Money.
Where's the good part?
Right.
Oh my god.
Because if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger, right?
Well, like the thing in Strahd, when you touch the vestiges, you get a little goodie. What's the goodie?
What the fuck?
There isn't one.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No. Sometimes things are just cursed.
This shit.
Just bad. It's not a
I
curse with a
can-
caveat.
Here's the thing. I can get the spell.
It was in the ground, buried for a reason, my friend.
I know. Play myself. Really.
And now there's
So I need to go to sleep.
sludge.
Guys, all we gotta do is go to the coast and get
Just
some
say no
herbs.
alone.
Make a tea. It's just like the most
find some
unthreatening thing I've ever seen
Wait,
in my
can we
life.
just go to sleep first?
No.
Not the coast. Rivers.
Yeah, we gotta find the river.
Roads.
Rivers, riverbanks.
Let's find the river.
That's where the Paco Lap is.
Ask the guy.
Hey, guy.
That was perfect. I love that.
That's the most skexist
I was
shit
just
I've
gonna
ever
say,
done.
how very
NPC
skexy
behavior.
of you, yes.
I wanna
Hey, do you
think-
guys know where a river is?
Right there.
Fairly nearby. I mean, these two just went and took a bit of a bath.
I did
Well, that's
not
right.
see any Pactolus there.
I
On
don't know
the,
what that is.
Were you looking?
do I know what this looks like?
Roll nature check for me. Or are you proficient in nature?
No.
No.
No. So I'm gonna say no. You don't. You don't know what Pactolus looks like.
I need to go to sleep.
You're a druid, yeah? You're
Oh,
a
that
druid.
type. Yeah.
So you know things about plants and
Things I'm mostly, I'm
Like
more of a
everyone
fungi person myself. But
It's not like,
I could be persuaded to look for some things.
wow.
I do
I'll
have
give
a
you whatever you
spell
want, man.
written down in my arsenal, but I need to go to sleep so I can learn it. But it could aid us in the search of these plants.
I wanna.
So if we can afford
I wanna give a look.
a rest, I
In
say
a
we
couple
take
of
it.
days.
I'm just a little anxious, guys.
do you know?
Then I can go to sleep now, and
Go
you
to
guys
sleep.
can look.
Take a nap.
Hey,
Sleep.
wait, can someone stay?
I have to do a long rest.
Well, I thought we were going to camp here this evening, right?
I'm gonna start
Yeah.
sleeping.
All right.
Although the Ebony Blossom folks that were here, hours ago, were very adamant that we vacate the area as soon as possible. So we should be cognizant of them breathing down our necks as well.
What?
Well,
So what are you suggesting? That we go find a new place to go camp? Are they going to have an issue with us there, too?
No,
Or
I'm
is there an
saying that
issue
we
with us
stay
in general?
here for the night, and then we skedaddle a little before dawn, and we'll be fine.
Doodle.
Skidoodle?
Skadoosh.
Be gone with ourselves before the sun is too high in the sky, and we will be perfect. Golden,
I
dare I say.
Nice.
Oh my god.
I do believe that was our plan, yeah.
yeah.
So,
That's fine.
take a rest. I will sit up and watch first.
You're gonna watch?
I will take first watch, yeah.
I'm taking a long rest.
All right. Who's going searching? We're not searching
morning.
tonight?
It's dark.
Okay.
No, we're just gonna let you get
I'm
a little bit
searching
more
when
solid.
I wake up in the morning.
See if we can get
It's
some
the
gold
first day.
flakes.
Alright. Yeah, listen,
So, since this happened in the eveningish time, yeah? This would be like the second day would kind of technically start on the evening of the next day? Or would it be at the crack of dawn is the new day?
The ass crack of dawn. Can I do something while he's? Are you gonna try to sleep?
I haven't decided yet.
I'm gonna answer your question. quickly, and then I'll come back to you. Given your high roll on the check on that, I'm gonna say that you would know that typically the days are sort of demarked by or marked by the by sleep, and that morning time tends to be when it. So it's not a 24-hour clock necessarily. It's
Cycles of the
cycle.
sun.
correct.
So if he never
So-
sleeps,
That was my
Doesn't
next
never-
question. So if he does not go to sleep, it's not going to affect it. It's about the sun coming up.
Well, the
next day.
problem with not going to sleep is you're going to suffer worse through all the different levels of exhaustion. You'll probably get to death quicker.
Yeah, your body
If you-
wouldn't fight it off.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
So
I gotta sleep.
it's going to affect you in the morning the way it would on the second day anyway.
I will say.
So
I
don't
think we'll
deprive
be all
yourself
right.
of the sleep tonight. I don't think it's a good idea for us to go looking for it. I would like to talk to our druid friend who's familiar with the area a little bit more, and perhaps get an insight as to where along Corey, our way to Corey, we might be able to find some of these things.
Sure.
But they like the fungi. They don't like no flowers so much. So maybe we have to find the pixie
Why?
or something. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I'm sure
Well,
actually,
these are
like, I
cool.
feel a little less stressed after talking about everything, so I
I'm friends with pixies.
think it'll be
Do you
alright.
like pixies? Do you think you might be able to put something out through your network?
I don't know if
Here?
they're around here.
Oh, come on. Surely there must be
Maybe.
pixies somewhere around here.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Question for
Nice.
DM.
mental illness.
Question.
yes.
Is the fabricated horn turning gold also?
There appears to be this shimmer around a majority of his body. The horn itself is also got a similar shimmer to it.
How much do you think a gold horn would go for?
I don't like that you want to profit off of me.
okay, are we sleeping? Can
It's
I
already
take my long
broken.
rest?
I can make you a new one.
It could be like an infinite money.
It's not like the jewel on that sword that we saw back at the other place.
Yeah. Well, if we just keep taking the tea.
It'll only last for 7 days, my friend.
I don't want.
But
you
I
have
do
any way
like the
to produce
idea of
light?
maybe harvesting that horn.
What kind of? Yeah.
I don't hate the
yeah.
idea either.
Yeah.
Just an idea.
But I think we have to wait for it to like
I'm
turn
asleep.
into like solid gold.
Well, if it gets to that point, that would be the
I'll
one
wake
thing
you
that's
up.
already broken
Well,
on
I
you.
need
It's
a
somewhat
long
removable. That
rest.
I think I could take
What
off
do you
without
mean?
much pain to you.
Let's try to cure me first.
They can wait till the
Sure,
morning.
but maybe if we do find a cure for you, we can still take the horn and
Sure.
make a little the money, and then I'll make you a new horn.
Sure. If it pays my debt to you through, I think you deserve it.
Nice work.
I'm glad there's some benefit to this damn fucking curse.
Well, I think the benefit, hopefully, it will be that there's some learning curve here, and that
What
we
if-
maybe don't put things that were buried onto ourselves.
What if we hold out just for a bit until you're just gilded, right?
I do
and
not
then-
think we should hold out.
Just
Come on, this is our
for a
friend.
bit.
He's-
I concur.
We could
I think
milk
that
this.
I'm glad my life at risk is something to be milked.
You put your
Cersei.
life at risk all the time to make some money
When?
in the fighting ring.
Yeah, you don't die in there.
Yeah, to
it's
go
non-lethal.
to go fight
It's non-lethal.
goblins and some
You
like
pull your punches.
weird ass castle.
You get
Listen to
arrested
me.
if
Listen
you
to me.
don't.
Listen.
What?
To fight goblins in a castle with the guy with the weird mohawk. To make some fucking money at the magistrates, dude. This is what you do. This is what you do.
I'm just trying to long rest. That's all I want right
Let's
now.
get our friend fixed.
Thank
Let's
you.
rest.
I knew it would be you.
It's just jokes.
I knew it would be
Nature
you, my
music,
friend.
by the way.
I knew it would be
But
you.
try not to fuck around and find out. We do that
Yeah.
too much.
No.
Yeah, I know.
don't
Listen,
do that.
sometimes I get bored. you know.
Mr. Tyler,
Yes.
is there someone of a druidic persuasion that that might have some idea where we might be able to procure large amounts of this Pactolus?
perhaps I think that's fairly likely. If all else fails in our searches, yes.
Anyone on our way to Corey? Or do we have to double back to...
No double backing at all. The thing is potentially nearby Quarry. All we have to do is pass through Rock Hollow, get to Quarry. It's a small town. You might enjoy it. There's some prickly dwarves there.
God damn it.
That being... Yes, Tad,
I've had enough of these damn
Keep
dwarves.
talking. I'm interested in prickly.
well, by prickly I mean a tad defensive of their antiquated way of life. True defenders of their way of living. The whole place is in this nifty little canyon. We can pass around it or through it if you want on our way to Quarry. The north-south trade route just goes right on through. That being said, Quarry and the Sylvan-Veiled Forest nearby it is where a large amount of druidic activity...
Which would be faster? To go through the prickly dwarfs? And
Let's see the prickly
and by go through
dwarves.
them, do I have to go through them?
Oh no, I don't think you have to go through them at all, although that would be quite a spectacle. I think that all that needs happen is to just go through town. I just wander through there every now and again. It's
Sure. This horn dog would love to go throw him.
I was gonna say, what kind of
Wow.
prickly is Thrud looking for?
Wouldn't you like to find out? It depends on the mood of
mean,
the day. Thank
hey,
you very much. Sometimes
Just,
I'm looking for a fight. Sometimes I'm looking to have some love. I don't
What's the,
need
what's
to
the term?
There's
justify that
nothing
to
wrong with
anyone.
that.
Clean shaven
Thank you.
cat or whatever. What's that term?
the bottom line
I
is
was
that
trying to
not one
gauge
of
the
those.
prickly. If it is a prickly love, or is it a cold prickly, or a hard prickly, or a soft prickly, soft fuzzy prickly. I don't know. You're getting me all confused and flustered.
I mean,
Sorry.
just extra texture, you know?
whatever
Oh my
the
God,
case,
oh my God.
texture or no texture, in the event that on our way to Rock Hollow, the druidic members of the group can't find the herbs that we need, I'm certain some folks in Quarry or some true children druids within the Shade Glen Forest would be more than willing to guide us to or provide us with the herbs that we need.
Okay, next question. Your druidic friends there, we've seen some in the past that have this fungus network that they put their faces in the ground and talk to each other through the dirt. And the,
Fungus
can you do
around.
this? Can you find these people to find us these flowers? My friend is going to turn to gold. I don't
Yes,
want
I
to have
am.
that.
Yes or no? 'Cause
Yes,
we're-
I am.
No. I personally have not been taught communication across the resonant gift, although I do have a interesting relationship with the
Okay, very
resonant
good. You lead us there then.
Will do.
Thrud is down
Thank
for
you.
business right now. Okay,
Thank
can we go
you,
to sleep?
Thrud.
I'm already asleep.
I thought you were sleepy
I am
time.
Yeah,
asleep.
let's
I
go
am
to sleep.
asleep.
Let's go to sleep.
Do you often
I'm
say you're
I'm
asleep when you're
tired.
asleep? I'm asleep. If anyone cares.
I'm sleepy, 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 sleepy.
Yeah. Hey,
So sleepy, 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 sleepy.
Thyla,
Thrud is up and running.
thanks for your
Expertise.
help.
Oh, anytime.
Give you the ring box.
Your ring is done.
Tryfon, are you gonna sleep, honey?
I'm gonna test out the ring box that you just
You're gonna
gave
be
me, see
fine.
how
You
it
should
goes.
get. Listen,
Fits
your body's
expertly.
having some sort of response. It's just like being sick.
I'm gonna-
It's
I'm gonna show it
responding just
around
like
a
you're
little
being
bit.
sick. So you should help your
Show it
body
around.
out and just get some sleep, because otherwise your other symptoms are just gonna get worse.
Yeah, maybe I should get some sleep.
Drink some
Yeah.
water first.
All right. Here,
Thanks,
you can
Thrud.
Maybe
lay,
try to go to the bathroom.
It's really nice to hear you
I'll
care
just-
now.
I can just like rub your head a little bit as you sleep. if-
That'd be
if that
really
would
nice,
help.
guys. I
Yeah.
like this care that you're giving
Yeah.
me. It feels good sometimes, you know. I think I
So-
know I'm a big guy and I'm strong, you know, but
I'm
you know, it doesn't mean I'm invincible.
Literally leading him
emotionally.
over to where he's gonna sleep, and I'm putting him down, and I'm just gonna start rubbing his head.
Look at this,
And while we're doing that, I'm gonna.
It's cock ring.
look at this ring box that Thrud made me.
Thrud. I love when Thrud cries me. I just look. I look at the corner. I see Thrud giving me like a fucking death stare.
Thrud just makes the best shit.
Right?
Right?
That's really cool.
The ring fits perfect.
I love when Thrud makes things. It's so thoughtful. You know?
She's so crafty.
She's kind of the best, dude.
And she's like kind of
She's
hot.
kind of like a mother figure if you never had one, you know.
You know, like
I gotta be careful. I called her mommy the one time.
I feel like I say it in my sleep because I dream about her so much.
Is this sexual for you guys?
Druid's standing off to the side
God,
of the fire,
especially when it's
keeping
like
watch around everything,
knockout
and go,
and
I can hear you.
Talks about
Oh.
anybody but me.
Thyla finds a nearby downed tree, and like a bearded dragon just kind of like lays across it and goes to sleep.
That's so cute.
Nice, like lizard on a hot rock.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Perfect.
it's a
So-
wet tree.
I appreciate you guys, helping me out. Good night.
Are we all going Betty bye?
Yes.
Yeah.
Word. So while I'm rubbing your head, is there like a fire around anywhere?
Yeah, you're sitting near the fire.
Okay, I'm just gonna like use control frame, just like get a little bit on my finger, just as like a little light. And I'm just gonna check to see if his dandruff is getting golden.
Cersei wants
They
the
want to
flaky
milk
gold.
me for all I'm worth. Just shave my hair
So
while
can
you're
I
at
do a
it.
golden
I was
dandruff
just
check?
gonna say.
Yeah,
Take a
go
sword and shave my hair.
Is the hair
Go ahead.
turning old?
See if you can get off my body.
That's a 5.
Honestly, I take a
Wait, so
I
what
take
am
a
I?
try.
Am I doing like perception?
Yeah, perception or investigation. I'll allow
I'll
you
do
either.
perception. So that's a 9.
A 9?
Yeah. So none yet.
It's difficult with the lighting, and it doesn't exactly seem like it's,
Yeah.
turning gold yet. Remember, the gold that's around him is more like a translucent sheen. So we're not there yet.
All right. I'm just gonna like put my light out. I'm just gonna say to myself, just keep checking.
All right.
And I'm just gonna go lay down next to Randy.
All right.
Left me?
So you all settle in
You
for
used me for gold dandruff and left?
Well, I made sure that you had fallen asleep,
This is why.
and
This is
then
why I
I
am the way I am.
and then I went to bed.
You were asleep, though. You didn't know.
We're long
Emotionally, I
rested.
know.
Well, you might sense things.
I'm gonna be Big Spoon.
Thrud was watching, and I'll take up a second watch
Okay.
after.
So Thrud's first up for the watch.
Oh man.
And, you take up the first 3 or 4 hours and you don't actually hear anything. It's relatively quiet. The fire begins to die down. Just the embers are barely glowing. And you do have that sort of rock face that sort of divides the trail from you. So you do have a little bit of cover. After about 4 hours, you wake Bran, and Bran takes over the rest of the watch for the night. And it's relatively quiet. So uneventful evening.
So we fully sleep long rest?
You have a full long rest.
Sick.
Yes.
Had enough of these long rests, man.
First thing in the morning. What are we doing in the morning?
Ah,
How do you feel?
how do I feel?
You sort of awaken. You open your eyes. And sometimes, when you've had a particularly heavy sleep, you have that crusty layer around your eyes that makes it
Yeah.
really hard to open them. You're like, you feel like that. You've got, your eyes are really rigid and stiff. And as you open them, light begins to penetrate in kind of a very slow but somewhat painful way. It's like very bright at
Ow.
first before they adjust. You take a moment to sort of collect yourself, and you look down at yourself knowing that you have this curse. The gold is considerably more visible now. It's gone from a translucent sheen to a much more opaque kind of reality.
Okay, guys, I gotta admit, I'm not worried yet because I feel like it's kind of an easy fix.
I'm
Do
just
I
gonna
look
look
good?
over. I'm gonna look over and go,
good
"Oh my god!"
Do I look cool?
It's a good look.
I want to go sit over next to Thrud.
Do I look cool?
I'm not going to lie. You look at him and say, oh my God, only because, what was once a really dark brown minotaur, like heavily armored, is now starting to turn into what appears to be, like a glam guy. He's like really like.
I'm gonna walk over
drag
and just
queen.
stroke his fur, and then I'm gonna stroke down. Then I'm gonna stroke up and check the dandruff.
And the sparkles come off.
Well, no, but what is alarming a little bit,
Steve.
because you've put your hands on Thrud before,
Thrud?
and
Hands on
I-
Thrud.
My name is
Oh,
Tryfon.
I am having a serious brain fart over this TNT thing. Okay.
22 sessions.
Dynamite.
Sorry. You've touched Tryfon before.
Oh,
Tryfon's
not
fur.
ever.
Tryfon's fur
Hair.
tends to be a kind of like. There's a coarseness to it, but that coarseness is seriously elevated at this point. You feel I mean, wiry is a terrible term, but there's a wiriness to it now.
In this situation, I don't think it's entirely off.
Yeah, but I didn't want it to come out pun-like.
Yeah.
All right,
And,
guys.
how's that
I'm sitting
dandruff?
next to Thrud.
Yes.
Can you explain to me, in as much detail as you can, the plant that we
There's a
need
little
for this
there.
tea?
Yeah.
The name of
Yeah.
it, what it looks
There's a little.
It's gonna be
like.
harvesting time.
Do you hear that, Tom?
I did not. I was talking to someone else.
I sat down next to Thrud, and I asked Thrud to please describe to me, as best she can, everything about this plant. We need to find what it looks like, its name.
It's called Pactolus. It's an herb. It's found near riverbanks. What else did you write down about it? Because
As Thrud is kind of explaining
we
this
need
to
lots
me.
of it
So-
to make a tea.
Go on.
It tends to grow in tight clusters. It has a wispy texture, and it has an aromatic about it that is strong, and it tends to open up the sinuses, almost like a eucalyptus kind of aromatic.
As Thrud is explaining this to me, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna sit down on the ground. So like if I was sitting on a log next to Thrud, I'm now on the ground, and I'm gonna kind of sit crisscross, and I'm gonna put my put my hands like into the dirt next to me, and I want to cast locate animals or plants.
Ooh.
Ah.
Chiga.
As I'm kind of in like a meditative type stance. That's not right. State. I want to cast locate animals or plants.
Do I know what the blossoms look like after that 25?
The blossoms, it doesn't really have blossoms on it necessarily. It is more of a green leafy herb. So yeah, you know what it looks like.
To do this, I'm kind of just repeating that name over and over and really visualizing as Thrud describes it to me, so I can kind of paint that picture in my head. And it says that describe or name the specific kind of beast or plant, concentrating on the voice of nature in your surroundings. You learn the direction and distance to the closest creature or plant of that kind within 5 miles, if any are present.
Oh!
That's
Within
pretty
5
good.
miles.
God damn!
That's pretty good.
Yeah, Brady,
How long
right
does this
there.
take?
It's instantaneous.
It's instantaneous. Okay.
Shit.
I needed to sleep, dude.
It comes to you through the casting of this spell that this must be not a super rare herb, that it does exist, and plus remember, you're in Emberfell in a time when vegetation's in abundance, right? It's springtime as well. So you do learn that approximately 4 miles south, there is a quantity of it that appears to sort of resonate in your knowledge. So it's not far.
Okay.
Do you have like a homing beacon towards these things? Now that you have done this casting?
It doesn't say if I can create like something like that. It just says that I learn the direction and distance to the closest plant. So in my head, it's like, okay, it's 4 miles south.
A vector.
That's all it says. But I'll leave it up to you how much that really gives me. If it just kind of gives me like
A vector.
an idea.
A vector.
Okay.
Yes, we heard you. There's
Fucking
the
nerd.
So
term for
as that comes to me, I'm gonna kind of open my eyes. And I'm gonna turn to Thrud. I'm turning to Thrud.
Yes, dear.
There is a cluster, potentially an abundance of pectolis. Is that the plant? Pectolis.
Pactolus.
Okay.
Pectolis, about 4 miles south
Yeah.
of here.
Thanks,
Really in that
Thanks,
direction.
Remy.
So that's perfectly convenient.
4 miles south.
I'm gonna high five Remy.
Indications and we are close to it. Is there
Bless you.
Bless
Did you catch
your
it?
dragon person.
It doesn't say, but I could cast it again if necessary.
Very good.
As
But
if we
in
had,
by water, so
yeah, we'll do our best.
Remy, that was super helpful. I'm really glad your druid powers could help me out.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Remember that.
Piggyback rides whenever you want. On the house. Let's go. I'm gonna give her
I
a
want
ride.
to ride.
And she's
Golden
gonna
uppies.
scratch the
Golden
fucking dangerous
uppies.
out of
Get
me.
your-
For
Golden
Cersei,
uppies.
I'm going like this so it snows
you.
down.
I'm gonna collect it.
Ew.
Yeah.
What's that?
Nothing.
Well, since we were
Golden
instructed to
key.
vacate the premises as early as possible, and you can work us in a southerly way to get us closer to Corey, and
Yeah,
then
4
eventually
miles due south.
the Sylvan Vale, and we
Right,
have,
is it like directly south? That's like the
Well, the road itself is running south.
yeah, but when I did it, that's the direction. It was like
Yeah,
does the
directly south.
river that we cleaned up in run in the north-south direction?
that runs west to east.
Oh,
South,
cunting
east.
mother.
As soon as we hit the
Not
4
the
miles
Cunting
mark,
No, that was a cunting mother. Okay,
We'll
we'll look for
investigate.
water when we get to about
We'll
4 miles.
investigate.
We march
Who has a
south.
pedometer on them that they can measure the vectors?
I
if
do.
they work?
okay,
Okay,
Cersei,
then
pull
you
it
take
out.
care of that. Bit.
Yeah.
Well, with a simple survival check, you should be able to calculate approximately how far you've gone. Plus, if I'm not mistaken, that spell gives you that information for a period of time, doesn't it?
It just says it's instantaneous. It doesn't,
It doesn't say a time limit.
that
Okay.
There's yeah.
Okay. Well, you know it exists in quantity, and you know that you're looking for some kind of river.
Yeah.
So,
And it's 4 miles.
Let's go.
We're
Let's
going.
do it.
We march.
All right.
Indeed.
Remy on my shoulders, gold in my wake.
okay. It is actually quite a beautiful morning. The skies are clear. The air is crisp. It's an early springtime kind of morning. However, you've noticed over the last few days that you've been traveling to the south that your morning times are not as crisp as they once were. Things are starting to warm up a little bit as your journey is taking you further south.
Oh, interesting.
About 3 miles into your journey, the road almost appears to begin to sort of descend down into a kind of valley. Most of the time that you've been walking, you have sort of had the North Veritas farming community on your left, and you've had some kind of wooded mountain range on the right. But things begin to change. The valley to your left, or the farmland to your left, begins to sort of roll off into what appears to be a valley. And to the right, the mountain range seems to cut down into that valley as the road begins to sort of wind and descend downward. A mile of this slow descent, and knowing what you're looking for, you come across a stream bed that is running off the side of the mountain to your right, trickling down the occasional waterfall as it drops and descends quickly with the road, and runs alongside the right-hand side of the road for a fair distance. You're probably in and around that 4-mile range now.
Okay, start looking.
What-
I'm gonna look.
I'm gonna take out my kachiga,
Spy.
my spyglass.
You're looking for an herb with a spyglass.
Yes.
Could I make a perception check?
I'm getting down off of Tryfon's shoulders, and I would like to make a perception check.
Go for it.
Ooh, net dirty 20.
Damn, that 20 is dirty.
Fuck
Does is a medicine check useful at all to find an herb that has medicinal properties?
You know this herb, but
See
medicine
nothing.
check
13.
gives you the knowledge of that herb. It's not necessarily
So
going to
it'd
give
be
you
more of a
the
perception.
perception is what you're looking
19
with.
for Thylon.
Okay.
Ooh,
15
we're very
on
high up
Tryfon.
there.
13.
Even though you don't know what you're looking for,
Plants. Plants.
with a
The
with
greens.
I'm just
with a
looking in the
spyglass.
direction Remy's looking.
on a distant mountain, you
That's a
spot
15 too.
15.
Yeah.
Okay.
Slash checking Remy.
I would say that within 10 minutes of scampering off the road and
Scamper.
looking about, crossing the stream. First of all, the stream is relatively small, so there are rocks that stick out. You're able to hop across the stream, but there's vegetation in abundance on either side of it. Remy, you do notice at one point this very tight, thick cluster
Oh, wait.
of what?
What was happening over here?
I brought my-
What was happening over here?
I brought
don't
my
like that
syrup
that was
and
next
took my
to
shoes
me.
off.
Anyway, go on. No.
Trickle into
Nature
break.
noises, by the
Trickle
way.
into the break.
We are going to trickle into a break. And I'm going to lead you. Let me give you a quick description. And this call is just going to keep on coming through. Folks, we're going to take a break. And we will be back with the description of that herb.
Plant.
See you in a bit. All right, everybody, we're back. Sorry about that delay. So you were just wandering about, and you notice on the side of the stream bank, you notice this thick cluster of wispy greenery that sort of hangs over the edge of the bank, almost touching down into the water. And you spot it, knowing that this almost perfectly matches the description that Thrud gave you earlier that you meditated on. So you walk across the stream, you gather up a cluster of this, cutting it free.
Get it all. We need lots of
Is
it.
there any... So, would Thrud have known if it's effective... Oh, does this plant, like, bud?
This plant does bud, but it's not the buds that you're looking for. It's
So it
actually
has
the
to be
leaves.
flowered.
It does not have to be
Oh,
flowered.
it's just the leaves
the
on
leaves.
it.
Correct.
Oh, so then yeah.
Correct. You're just looking for the leaves.
Yeah, I'm gonna
No.
take everything that I see.
There's a fair bit growing up and down the bank here. This is not like one isolated rare
Yeah, I'm
plant.
gonna take it
We
all.
need copious amounts of this, and we need it for 7 days.
I'm
so
taking all that I
get it
can
all.
find.
Okay. So you gather up a decent bundle of this plant and
all of it.
put it into. Do you have something to carry it in? What
I
do you
have
have?
a bag, just like my regular, like, tote.
So you're just
type
going to
bag.
throw it
I'm
in
just
with
gonna
all your
throw
stuff?
As much leaves as I can find in the bag for now.
I'll also grab whatever I can.
Fair enough. You're able to grab a fair bit as well. There's enough here that you could, this is not an uncommon
Is there
plant.
enough for Thyla to pocket some?
Sure.
Do we know how much we need, like, per cup of tea?
It
I
says
think it's
copious amounts.
Does it look like we have enough for 7 days of tea?
You wouldn't know. You haven't made this before. However, tea tends to be made from a small amount of dried leaves. So you probably do need to dry it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's grab it.
She can, yeah, we'll just figure out a way to do it on the fire without burning her.
All right. So you gather this up and then continue down the north-south trade road, which continues to descend down into what appears to be a valley. But as the road bends around to the right, you notice that the valley now takes a different kind of topographical tack. It begins to sort of steepen on either side. And the greenery begins to sort of, for lack of a better word, stay at a certain elevation as you begin to descend down into this sort of canyon, almost. The rock faces are now rising up on either side of you in a steep sort of fashion, layered topographies and different reveals of different types of stones sort of surround you in these sort of veiny layers that sort of radiate inward. And before you know it, within just a mere, 500 yards of travel, you are surrounded on either side by steep walls.
Strategy check. I want to, take a look out, see if, any traps, anything dangerous. I see we're in a non-advantageous position at the moment.
Roll perception or investigation, whichever you prefer.
Are we getting close to the prickly doors?
I do not know.
We're about all know on that way, yes. We're getting there.
11.
I mean, the one thing you do recognize from a fighting standpoint is that you are sort of boxed in, right? Now this is both good and bad, right? There's nowhere to go side to side other than backwards, so it's not an ideal location to be trapped in. So you're cautious, let's just say that. Now as you kind of begin to continue down into this space, you notice on the right the first of several almost carvings. The rock face is cut in, and you see a column form, carved into the rock face. And then on the left side of you, you begin to see what appear to be some decorative markings that run the length of a rock inward. These become more abundant as you travel inward, and before you know it, columns lead to colonnades, and decorative stone carvings lead to more architectural forms and reveals. All of a sudden, you see what appears to be like a kind of almost very tall opening in the side of a rock that appears to almost be doorway-like. And as you round this final bend, the canyon opens up into this absolutely incredible scene of carved structures and buildings all throughout the sides of these rock faces for hundreds of feet and going up multiple, sometimes 6, 8, 10 stories high up into the rock faces above you. The road has now narrowed, and on the side of the road there are these occasional offshoots of what appear to be almost pathways that rise up and along the edges of the rock faces that are sort of pocked by all of these residences, for lack of a better word. You almost immediately spot several, 7, 10 dwarves and other figures that are sort of about in this space as you come around the corner. Now, you have to imagine the scene for a moment. You're sort of coming around the corner in a road in a very sort of enclosed, encapsulated area, and there's a satyr, there's a minotaur, there is a dwarf, there's a rather colorful dude, a dragonborn, and you're a ragtag group of varied individuals. So as you round that corner, several heads just immediately turn and look, and no sooner do they see you, that they scurry in different directions up into their respective spots. And it's almost as if what few people you did see empty and scatter into spaces. Only 2 dwarven figures sort of remain, and they're about 20 yards ahead, on the right, leaning against the side of the building, having a conversation quietly. One of them eyeballs your group as you're sort of making your way down the road.
Druid takes the lead
Yeah, I was gonna say.
and walks towards them.
Walk behind through to the right.
I'm gonna walk behind through to the left.
Have you been through this
I'm by
place before?
Cersei.
A few times, yeah.
Well, then maybe
Put my hand
perhaps
back.
someone would recognize you as a
Yeah,
local.
yeah.
Stay close.
Perhaps. I don't
Stay
often.
close to me.
Oh, but of course, I don't often talk to folks around.
Fine, just stay close.
Very well.
So chatty.
Something I do
Good
best.
morning.
Good morning.
How are you this fine, beautiful morning?
Hey.
How you doing?
Pardon our intrusion. You have a very lovely stronghold here.
Very
It's
lovely
very-
indeed.
Do I know you?
No.
It's doubtful. I'm from further north than these parts, yes.
What's your name?
My name is Thrud Volander from Ironforge.
Melander Ironforge.
Not Ironforge. Frostholm. Sorry, my bad.
Frostholm.
I forgot where I was from for a second. It's so beautiful here.
Perhaps you need rest.
Well, it's been a long time on the road, yes.
Long time.
Very beautiful stone carvings, I must say. You
It's-
seem very skilled in your artisanal ways.
Oh, well, it's had nothing to do with me.
What is your name?
Backy. Backy Giant Belt.
Becky?
Backy Giant Belt. I can see that there's a
Becky?
very...
This guy's rather rotund.
I was going to say, it's
Yeah.
a formidable
Yes, it
thing.
fits.
That is, you are very aptly named.
The one standing next to him doesn't say a word, just looks at you.
And
Another male dwarf, very sort of gray of beard, but sort of also very cross-looking. He's got a really irritated look on his face.
And how are you this morning, sir?
Coin.
Quite?
Coin.
Or are you looking for coin for passage? Is that what we were talking about?
Coin.
He does. She looks to the other one and says he doesn't talk much more than just coin, huh?
He holds his hand down. He's like,
Fine.
Coin.
Here you go. Here's the gold.
I'm all right.
So you do not speak to people unless they pay you for the honor of hearing your voice?
That's right.
And how much does my gold buy me to talk to you?
That's it.
Well then, I will talk to your friend.
So you're just commodifying yourself, making yourself an object.
We don't need to get into this philosophical debate right now.
No, I just think it's interesting. Anyway,
Sure, we can talk about
to
it
the-
further down the
back
line.
to the actual person.
Pardon my friend. She sometimes speaks loudly,
When I
not
shouldn't.
considering what she's thinking and saying.
You should.
Backy looks at you and it's just like, passing through.
Pretty much. We are on our way to Corey, yes.
Well, good day to you.
Very well. Have a very lovely day. I'm sure we will just progress along this ravine floor and find our way to Corey, yes?
Could we
Yeah.
take passage around those side trails, perchance?
No, you stick to the main road. I
Which
wouldn't
is-
advise it.
Through the middle of this ravine.
Right on down the canyon here.
Seems really treacherous.
You seem like you're sure of foot.
Yeah, but no, I mean so much as if people were going to attack us per se. I mean, I don't know you. I'm not assuming that you guys are violent, but if someone were to attack us, that would be a really terrible place to be in, right?
Becky looks over a tear on your back, kind of eyeballs it up, and kind of raises an eyebrow and is like, "That's nice."
Thank you. I've made many a thing, but this is unfortunately a thing that goes back very far and means quite a bit in terms of a personal connection to this. But perhaps someday I could fashion something for your town if you're looking for something to commission. I'm very happy to create new works for people who are interested in fine artisanal weaponry and all things.
Interesting. Well, we don't take too kindly to strange folk coming through all the time, but given your lineage, and you mentioned Frostholm, kind of think I could make your acquaintance.
Very good. That is lovely to hear.
Sparks flying.
You heading back to Frostholm anytime soon?
Oh God.
Eventually, I do hope to get back home. What would be your interest in Frostholm?
Oh, not much. I just heard stories about it. Heard stories about some of the mining operations up there and some of the different metals, and noticed that you were a craftsperson. Thought it piqued my interest.
I do have various knowledges of some of the ores that are mined in the area, yes. They do have quite significant properties in some places. Lots of iron ores, things that of a very normal nature, but there are some other more exquisite and exotic things.
You know about laretterite?
I do have worked with that a bit, yes.
You've worked with it.
I am one of very few that have worked with it.
Interesting.
And what do you know of laterite? How have you found out about that so far south?
Well, only through stories and tales. It's rumored that, some of it's made its way through here before. And given the lineage, I always thought it'd be fascinating to see it worked.
Well, it's very difficult to work. There's certain times and arrangements of celestial bodies that are necessary to happen. It's not something you can do every day.
But you know how it's done.
I do.
You got any?
Unfortunately, I'm not carrying any right now.
If I were to get you some, could you make something out of it?
Depends on what you're looking to have made. Did
Strap.
you say a strap-on?
I did.
Oh my god.
Well,
Oh my god.
it would not be the first one that threw this pageant, but that's a
Clearly.
different story, and perhaps you should put that away for now.
And there is no harder metal.
Oh my god.
Well, something maybe a little lighter.
Maybe a little mercury core.
Stop!
All right, rein it in. That was my fault.
What is it that you were looking to have fashioned out of the Lord?
Well, I'm not necessarily looking for something specific. I was looking more to observe the process and learn a little bit about the process.
Do you have your own forge? Are you skilled?
Here, yeah.
How many people work your forge? Just you?
No. There's a few of us that live here in Rock Hollow that could fire that up.
I see. How hot does your forge get? Because
Not hot enough for that. We've
correct.
tried.
Do you have to supercharge it? And like I said, there are certain times of the year when the celestial lineage is correct.
Really?
You cannot just simply heat it. You have to have the right time and place.
Well, this is the thing. We've tried to heat it. I can't tell you how many different ways. And we were never able to move it. But someone moved it one time.
How was that?
Well, we received it in the form of an ingot, which means somebody had to move it.
This is true.
We just couldn't
So you have an ingot of Lodorite?
He turns and looks at the one next to him, and the one next to him just kind of is like shaking his head.
Well, let me just say this. Whether you have an ingot of Lodorite or you do not, that really does not matter to me. What I will tell you is that you are not in the right season to work with the Lodorite. So, if this is something that you desire and you have the right amount of coin, or if there's something else that we can barter, and there's something that you would like to have made out of the Lodorite, you can let me know, and I will try to come back when it is time for that to happen.
All right. Well,
But what I will require at this point is safe passage so that there will be trust built between myself and your forge.
if you want, I'll walk you to the edge of town.
Is your forge on the way out of town?
Mm-mm. Forge is
Up on high.
up on high.
Well, that is smart. Utilizing gravity is sometimes helpful in superheating.
Well, we've used it that way before. The city was very technologically advanced for its time 2,000 years ago, given what was available, but dwarves were smart back then.
And how is the current status of your city?
Completely dilapidated. We lost a lot of the people that lived here when the economy shifted from one that was more focused on trades of our own to one that was more agrarian. And so a lot of people left here, fell out of favor with, as a place to live and prosper. And so slowly it's trickled out. A few of us are interested in maintaining it because it's historic and I think beautiful, but fewer and fewer of us left.
Well, how many skilled artisans are there here now? You
Well,
said there were a few that could fire your forge?
yeah. The Thorian, Thorgel's mother, she usually oversees it. She's one of the oldest people in the village.
Real quick, while this conversation is going on, Circe's gonna start using telepathic speech on the coin dude, and just start making noises like.
Why?
Okay.
And I'm like the entire
Every party
time
needs
I'm
a Circe.
very attentively listening to these two,
Okay.
but I'm making that noise as long as I can for the whole 2 minutes if it need
Fuck's sake.
Well, since you've so graciously offered to walk us out to town, and unfortunately there is not much I can do to help you out, maybe we should walk and talk.
As you're saying this, Thurgle, the one who wants the coin all the time, is all of a sudden like,
Are you okay? But if I have to pay for an answer, then perhaps I don't care to know.
back. He turns and looks at him. He's like, "What the hell's the matter with you?" Coin.
I'm not paying to find out if this one's okay. Becky, perhaps we could continue on that?
Sure.
And,
Thurgle, I'll be back. I'm gonna See them out of town. I don't know what's wrong with him, but something's up.
So,
This wa-
Frood might have even overheard that out of his brain pen.
God fucking damn it.
So,
This is ridiculous.
I completely lost my train of thought.
I don't know why.
So this city has been in existence for quite a long time, huh?
2,000 years.
And when did you come into this Lotharite? In your lifetime? Or has it been in the area for a while?
It's been here for more than a century.
That is interesting. That is a very interesting timeline.
Why is that?
Well, I'm about 140 years old, and I first learned of the Lotharite very early on in life, as a young one.
Mm-hmm.
I was not aware that there was a lot of it out and about before we...
There's not a lot.
No, it is quite scarce and quite rare.
Dethorin. Dethorin. Honor Delver. Thurgel's mother.
Well,
She's got
someone
it.
make a note of that, please.
Deth-
She's got the...
It's Dethorin. Dothoren. Dethorin Honor Delver.
Honor Delver.
And that's who.
And where does she reside? Is she very difficult to get to? Or there?
And she's here in Rock Hollow.
Very well.
Thurgel.
Your mother.
She's one of the overseers of the forge.
Coin guy. It's his mother.
No.
Is she
Is he still?
is she difficult to talk to as well, or is that just some proclivities of her son?
You guys are all walking at this
Gotcha,
point.
gotcha.
No, Dethorin's she's a quiet and reserved woman, but she's approachable. Mostly by our kind, you know, like if you visited with her, she'd be all right. I'm not necessarily sure about the rest of you.
That's understandable. Can you get word to her?
Now?
Well, after we get through town, perhaps.
Sure.
We have some business to attend to in Corey, and perhaps some other outlying errands that we might run, but we will be returning north at some point, and perhaps I can take a detour and talk to her a little bit more.
That'll be nice to see if you can work that. You said something about time?
Yes, there's a very specific time that needs to be worked.
How
and,
far away are we from that specific time?
I have to check the calendar again, I'm sorry, but off the top of my head, I would say we're maybe a month or two.
Well, perhaps we could arrange to have you here.
I think
See
that
if we
might
could work something.
Just go walk up to the right of Thrune and go. Man, thanks for the nap. This is really boring conversation. Where are we, what are we doing? Where are we going?
Not all of
What
us
are we-
set fires to things and
yes, and
burn
maybe
our
more of us
insignias
should. I don't
and
know what's
create
happening.
mischief. I'm having
just
a
saying thank you for the
conversation
nap.
with another artisan, someone who appreciates all the time and energy that puts into things.
That's great.
Things that a lot of our people of our party appreciate this
Yeah,
work.
we appreciate
So
it a lot.
sometimes perhaps it's better to listen rather than to constantly espouse things about things to stir up some types of interest of things. How about we take a moment and just breathe?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Back to you.
Cersei needs a bottle of wine.
Do you?
Cersei's sober right now and it's showing.
Cersei needs to
I'm-
get knocked unconscious.
Cersei is full on tweet.
I will buy you a drink as soon as we get to Corey.
Cersei's Jones.
Jones in.
Do you think that the elders of your area have ever heard of another ore that is slightly more volcanic in nature?
Well, potentially. Depends on what it is.
It's I've heard rumor of it being called malks. It's very
Malks.
lightweight, yet extremely strong.
Possible. I haven't heard of it myself, but it's very possible.
Very good. If
I'll tell you what, I'll get word to Thorn and I'll mention it.
If you could, that would be very much appreciated. Tell her that I expect that we would be coming back this way within the next week or so.
Fair enough.
If we are not, I will do my best to make my way back here on my own to have a conversation with her.
Sounds good. All right.
Very well.
Thrud, right?
Yes, that's right. Thrud Volander. Froston.
Kind of reaches up and puts his arms out like this and kind of...
Yes. Thrud responds with a very firm grasp.
Yep.
I
You guys
appreciate your time and your interest. And I am not one that is secretive with skill sets. I think that it is very valuable for people to learn the treasured artisanal ways.
Yeah, I know you like to share certain skill sets.
Oh.
As you turn
Just
to...
someone a little bit pent up, perhaps? Not getting what you might like? And feeling a little put out when someone else gets some attention?
Wine? Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's just that then.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay.
Sorry.
We will tend to your
This conversation is
addictive
just
nature in a
Worse
moment.
than the hangover the morning after.
Very good.
I have my
scaly
tankard.
green face.
Thank you.
palm.
As you turn to kind of grasp and, say goodbyes
Not
to
yet.
Backy, you look over his shoulder, because you guys have sort of worked your way out of Rock Hollow, and you see no fewer than 25 other dwarven individuals that have sort of come out of their places
Right now.
and are sort of following. And they're all just kind of like looking. They appear to be very old and somewhat soot covered, like they're in the process of working something. But you're not exactly sure what that's all about. Their eyes tend to be much brighter than the sort of soot covered faces that they have. So they're almost like little gems that peer out from all these faces that are looking at you.
You, seems your townsfolk have come out of hiding a little bit as we're on the way out. Perhaps they're getting a little more familiar.
They're curious.
Well, please extend to them that we mean no harm, and we appreciate the safe passage through your home. And I, one being much of a aficionado on stone carving and forging, I must compliment you on the beauty and the craftsmanship of your home. It is quite an impressive place.
Well, it means a lot when a like-minded individual compliments us on something we value. So,
And your tenaciousness in preserving its value is much appreciated.
well, maybe we could learn something from one another.
I would like that.
Well, look forward to you on the way back through then.
Cheers.
Safe travels.
Take it easy.
All right, so you guys pass beyond the walls of Rock Hollow and begin to continue your journey south.
Yeah.
Indeedy do.
Now, as you wind your way out of Rock Hollow, the road sort of stays similar in topography and altitude for quite some ways, probably more than a mile, and then begins to slowly again rise back up out of the valley. And ultimately, when you come out of the valley this time, the mountains to the one side of you have mostly fallen away now. And now it's forest. On the left side, you've gone back to, as you climb up out of the valley, these sort of rolling green fields of farmland on one side, and forest, thick, deep, heavy, dense forest on the right. And I turn it over to all of you,
How's my
who have
cat?
been dying to talk all this time and now all of a sudden can't.
Oh man.
So this forest on our way, is that Sylvanville?
It is.
I'm shooting firebolt straight up.
You know that, as a guide, you know that the last leg of the trip to Corey is this distance between Rock Hollow and Corey, where Sylvan Vale Forest sort of begins to really have its presence.
Yeah.
Now, this segment of Sylvan Vale stays to the west side of this road all the way down to Corey and past. So Corey literally sits on the eastern edge of Sylvan Vale Forest.
Yeah.
But you have about a day's travel left to get to Corey from here.
Well, friends, just about a day or so left until our destination.
Wonderful! Yay!
Yes,
yay,
indeed.
Yay,
If
yay,
you're
yay.
interested in the Sylvan Vale
Is
Forest.
there like a
yes.
tavern?
In Corey?
No, like as close as possible.
Well, there are quite a few in Corey.
Oh, like where? Like where?
In the city.
So like.
In Corey.
Yes.
What don't you get?
Okay,
The city-
But like, when
I
are
can
you
give
gonna,
you
like,
more
show me,
information.
like, step for step where?
Oh, absolutely. When we get there.
Right now.
Well, then let's be on our way then.
Thank fucking God.
How's my cat doing?
Your cat's moving along nicely in its little pack that you have for it. Is it sitting sort of up on top now? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's perched up high. It actually kind of... You know how cats love to get to the highest spot in the dwelling?
Does it go on my head?
Yeah, the cat loves being up on top. And occasionally, it goes from two different types of stances. One just being curled up there and being completely asleep, sort of maybe rocked by the cadence of your walking, to sitting perched proud right above your head, just kind of like your master almost. Almost like you're the mech and the cat is the mech driver. Not that
It's-
I
Is
love
the
it.
cat turning gold?
Is the cat turning cool?
the cat is not turning gold.
Thank God.
Quick thing.
Is the cat purring on my head?
Remy, where are you in the marching order?
Yeah.
Probably near Cersei.
Yeah.
Where are you in the marching order?
Probably by Tryfon.
Why?
Fucking hell, I'm not gonna just go down the line and be like, where are you in the marching order? Where are you in the marching
I'm
order?
near the back like I always am.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sort of just kicking shit around.
I'm gonna fall back in the marching order, because I assume being the guide I would be up at front.
Yeah.
Since the group is just kind of going forward, I'm gonna let myself fall to wherever Remy is, and then in Druidic, I'm going to say, I'm certain there will be plenty of opportunities for you, and then move back up to the front as sort of like the guiding position.
What the fuck?
Can I insight check that?
Sure.
like,
What does that mean?
What are you looking to gain insight towards?
what that means?
It's clearly, I think, meant to be sort of a little cryptic,
Yeah.
maybe.
Druidic.
What
Yeah.
hasn't Iowa said that's cryptic?
Interesting.
Okay, I'll leave it.
Did I hear that having been said?
No, it was Druidic.
No, but did I hear that something was said?
Probably. I mean, you're not all spread out that much.
What did he just say?
I don't know, to be honest.
No, like what did he say?
I am not sure. It is weird.
I'll believe you. I'm gonna inside check that.
So should I roll like a deception?
Roll deception.
Uh-oh, where is it? For real, there it is. Jesus Christ. Oh.
So you're full of shit.
What did you
Dirty
get?
20.
Oh! Yeah, I'm lying.
So I'm just sort of just gonna like scratch the top of her head. So you're full of shit, honey. Like, what did he say?
What languages do you speak? I'll tell you
Where the fuck
later.
do I find
I'll
that?
tell you later.
Common and Elvish.
Okay, I'll tell you later.
Alright. Pinky swear.
So you're heading back up to the front of the group, is that right?
Yes.
So we have a bit of a day.
Indeed.
Travel.
About that.
My bad.
We should probably get started on brewing that tea in the near future, just to keep our furry friend from becoming much more of a statue.
Well, I think we can worry about it when we get a camp going later.
I mean,
I don't want to
maybe.
stop
What
moving
time
in
of
the
day is it
daytime.
now? At this
Of
point?
course.
You're probably a little after noon at this point.
A few more
Perhaps.
hours.
I was going to say maybe a lunch.
A little bit of a picnic, so to speak.
Second breakfast?
11.
I'm gonna pat Tryfon on the back and then start to like scratch his back gently with my nails.
Feels really good. Thanks,
Yeah.
Cersei.
And then, you know, I'm gonna keep doing that for a while. I'm sort of just gonna check real quick. Am I getting like gold flakes in my nails?
Oh my god.
It's funny, like,
Cocked. Just barely discernible, but yeah,
Yeah.
there's actually a gold sort of almost like glitter in your nails that after you do that.
I'm just gonna keep.
I just think
Doing that for
Cersei's
a
being
little
really
while.
selfless. This is really nice
No.
of you. Why are you doing this?
Yeah. You mind if I just get up on your shoulders? I can scratch your head.
Yeah, my cat's
For a
up
little
there.
while.
Mine,
Yeah, I'll hang out with your cat.
yeah. Can I just like hang out my cat for a little bit?
What do you want? Head scratches is the question.
I'm alright.
All right.
I'm okay.
Well, I'm just gonna keep
Maybe
scratching
another
your back.
time.
Yeah.
What are you two where are you in the marching order?
Getting gold flakes.
She's using me.
Yeah, no.
Middle?
Well,
That didn't sound like
no, they said that they were towards the back.
Yeah, I'm in the back.
I was guiding.
All right, so Cersei and Tryfon are in the back.
Yeah.
Remy, where are you? In the middle?
And yeah, I'm near Cersei Tryfon area.
So you're in the back.
With
Yeah.
the guide. Okay, so Thyla, Druid, me,
Okay. Okay.
then this bunch.
All right. So you walk for, a bit. You're considering lunch. Cersei scratching Tryfon's back,
Collecting gold dust.
collecting gold dust.
Inspiration.
And ahead on the road, you see a group moving towards you. They spot you and begin moving at a faster pace. One of them points up the road, and the other two sort of take attention.
Do we
They put hands on weapons and they begin moving directly at you.
How
Is
many
this
are there?
anyone we know?
Hands on
No.
How many
Can
are
I-
there?
5?
5?
Can I make a perception
Immediately,
check to
Yep.
see if it's Ebony
I
Blossom?
would like to
Oh, let's
tell
go.
my cat to go get some cover.
Natural 20 for 26. Is it Ebony
26.
Blossom?
Damn.
It is likely Ebony Blossom. You've seen groups like this before, although you don't recognize this particular band. You sort of understand the dynamics of this type of group. And so they begin moving directly at you.
Does my cat take cover?
Did you kind of like push it down into the... Yes.
Like behind a rock, something safe. You know what I
Cat's
mean?
Oh, you
Right.
literally take it off the thing and
Yeah.
put it down. Sure.
How far away are they?
I would also like take the pack off so like the leash is still attached.
Okay.
That makes sense, like behind.
So
the
you take your pack off and put it on the side of the trail.
Yeah,
Cat attached to it.
yeah.
Fair enough.
So,
And I draw my weapons.
Thyla, do you know these folks coming?
so just double check. It is Ebony Blossom.
It appears to be.
Guys, I fucking needed this.
Well, I'm fairly certain that we can get out of any form of conflict here if it's not necessary. These people are simply doing their jobs. They're mercenaries, hired to protect the forest. They don't know from whom. Once I clarify, everything will be fine and on our way. And I'll step forward.
Incredible.
They're approaching, and the one points at you since you're at the front of the group, and he's like, "You there!
Yes, hello.
Hold your position."
We are holding.
Druid backs him up.
Oh no.
We're friends of the
Thyla.
true children. I am of the true children.
Oh god.
Here we go.
Remains to be seen. This one's drawn his weapons.
He's a bit of a defensive sort. Tryfon, put it down. Put it down.
Various personality types are not necessarily of our concern.
That being said, I recognize that. However, he's a bit having a day. We
the
as
fuck
a
are
group,
you?
as a collective, these are friends. And they are guards of the region, and they are not to be disturbed.
I'm asked a question.
I am sorry. I would like to preface this with a general apology.
Roll persuasion check for me,
Okay.
and I'm taking advantage on this roll.
5.
You did not.
He looks at you and he says, "While that all may be well and true, I'm going to need to see
I don't think you did either.
where you're from. Starting with you, Goldie.
It's
Goldie.
kind of a new thing. Do you like it?
Where are you from?"
Yeah, we're coming from North Veritas.
What's your business down here?
Yeah, we want to do. We got told to check out a city, Corey. Ever been there?
I am from Corey.
We are delivering something to Corey.
Fair enough. Let me see your wrists. All of you.
I'm gonna hold up the other wrist that's not guarded.
Yeah, right wrists.
Right wrist.
I'll hold up both my wrists.
And all of a sudden, he kind of gets a knowing nod on his face, and he's like, left wrists. Now.
I'm gonna kind
I'll
of take a
present my
look.
left
I'm gonna.
wrist.
Oh!
Oh my god. I'm gonna throw up.
Fuck.
Where are you from?
What's prestidigitation?
Not from around here.
Okay, that's pretty clear, but you
Yeah.
didn't answer my question.
Came from the Feywild.
The Feywild.
Yeah. You ever heard of it?
I have.
I'm a minor.
I'll talk to you in a minute.
Shit.
Left wrists.
I'm gonna kind of look it through, because I respect your opinion in these situations. I'm like, are we kind of fucked? I'm gonna give through that look. As I kind of grab the hilt.
What are your passive perceptions?
Mine's a 15.
16.
10.
13.
Okay.
13, 13, 15, 16,
14.
14, and a
Go
10.
fuck myself.
You all have fairly decent or average passive perceptions just by looking at the 5 of these people and their weapons and armor. You are far outgunned. This is not a fight you should pick, and you know it. You know it. You have seen mercs before. You have seen capable people before, and you are standing before them. Know your place. This is your DM, your friend, speaking to you. Okay?
Oh, let them do what they want.
GPK.
Yeah, no shit.
It's been so long.
You know, Thyla, that Ebony Blossom tends to be very, very skilled
I didn't want to get
individuals.
that. I didn't want to do it.
Look, friends. I am certain there is a conclusion that can be drawn where weapons need not be drawn, despite the state that they may already be in.
Wrists.
It takes
I
a
show
while
both.
for me. It
Mine are
takes a
clean.
while to take it off.
Roll persuasion check with advantage. Persuasion with advantage. What?
It takes a really long time. It's pretty intricate. I got to put on this armor set. I don't know if I know how to take
18.
it off.
He's turning to gold and his joints are getting really fucking stiff.
I'm dying.
We do need to get to a healer, and we need to brew some teas for this man.
All we
I
ask,
told you I'm not normally gold.
All we ask is safe passage to Corey.
We are no threat.
Indeed.
Our goal is the protection of the Sylvan Vale Forest.
Which, to my knowledge, these folk have no desire of entering.
Well, that remains to be seen, doesn't it? Now, I'll make this simple. I'll let you go. I'll even walk with you for the next 3 or 4 miles to give you a guarantee as best I can of safe passage to Corey. Is that what you requested?
That is exactly what I am requesting.
Great. Then all I need to do is have a look at those wrists and I'll let you be on your way. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Oh my god. I didn't want to get tattooed! I didn't want to do it! I was held against my will!
God.
You were there in the meeting when we met with them about being part of this.
I never wanted to get tattooed, dude. They never said that.
Anyway,
Anyway.
it seems that the party
really
finds itself in rather a pickle.
Dude.
What is this, the Twilight Zone?
We appreciate all of you watching tonight. Our music has been provided by Pocket Bard, whom we love. Don't forget to
Pocket
like and
Bard.
follow the channel. And don't forget, in 2 weeks' time, we will be... Oh no, I take that back. Forget the schedule. We will see you guys next time. And thanks for watching.
Forget
All right.
the schedule.
Take care.
Love ya.